Two questions. Do you know your worth? And more importantly, are you at peace with asking for what you're worth? I've got a resource for you and some thoughts on that in this episode of the VO Heroes podcast. I'm often asked to narrate audiobooks on ACX, and rights holders will ask what my rates are. Some of them are nonplussed when I tell them how much I charge per finished hour or for the hourly rate in the royalty share plus equation. I charge more than most people who are working on ACX or in the industry in general charge. And I do so because I'm really good at what I do, and I also post-produce the product and lead the project. Those are very valuable skills, and I'm not at all shy about saying what I charge and being able to say no if it doesn't fit their budget. I get that. It's not an emotional thing for me. But people's relationship with money, man, it can be fraught with angst and anxiety and danger and questioning your self-worth. Okay, I get that. And what I'd love to do is help you at least start the journey towards being at peace with being an awesome performer and being able to confidently and surely ask for what you're worth. I'm not the first person to talk about this. It's been talked about since human beings have been charging other human beings for providing products and services. This is nothing new. But there's a wonderful TED Talk. Oddly enough, there's a TED Talk about this. Casey Brown talked about this over a decade ago in a TED Talk in a city that I love, Columbus, Ohio. And she is very clear about knowing your worth and asking for what you're worth. But she makes two really good distinctions in her TED Talk. Number one, people won't pay you what they're worth. She actually starts her talk with this. People will never pay you what you're worth. They will pay you what they think you're worth. And those are pretty powerful words. It's a pretty powerful distinction. The second big takeaway is what your work is worth, in our case, our acting, our narrating, our writing, what that is worth is a very different concept from what you are worth. And sometimes those two things get conflated. Well, I'm nobody. Why would I charge, hundreds of dollars more per finished hour for doing an audiobook or more per word for an article? Who am I? Who are you? Where do I start? First of all, you found this podcast, which I'm thrilled about. So that puts you in a different class. You're not pity-pattying at this. You want to raise your skill levels and be as good at it as possible. I hope that's why you're watching this. I'm going to give you the link to the TED Talk in the show notes for this episode over on voheroes.com. I want you to go take, I think it's 8-9 minutes long. I don't know. It's not very long at all. And she's a consultant who helps people price their products and services. She even talks about the fact that she herself, physician, heal thyself, the shoemaker's kids have no shoes. She went through this whole process. And I want you to as well. I want you to be able to confidently stand there and say, yep, this is what I do. This is what I charge. I hope we can work together. I'd love to do that. And be able to take that moment when somebody goes, what? Wait, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I thought I heard you say X. And you're like, yeah, that's right. That's a badass boss move to be able to do that. And I want you to have this because actors and voice talent and writers, my peeps. In another episode, I talk about us having words if you minimize yourself in my presence. I want you to have that skill. And I want it to be a done deal, right? I don't want you to have to worry about it. I want you to struggle less and succeed more and know that you don't have to worry about the rent or the mortgage because you've decided you're not worth a certain amount of money per unit, per hour, per word, etc. So, check out the link below, and please let me know in the comments if you're willing to do so, if you're brave enough to do so, because I know it's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. In the comments on the page where this episode lives on voheroes.com, let me know what you think about what Casey has to say, what I've had to say here today. You can hit the like button if you like what you're hearing. You can subscribe to the channel if you'd like, and I'd be thrilled if you did. You can join my mailing list. You can hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when the next episode comes out. Share this with an actor or a writer or a voice talent who's constantly underselling themselves. Do them a favor. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening. And I will see you in the next episode of the VO Heroes podcast.